Shelly! It's Selena! Don't ignore me! I have something I really want to say to my stepsister. It's an emergency. Selena? It's about time. Sorry, I'm a little busy. Huh? What do you mean you're busy? Your cute stepsister is trying to contact you, so you have to reply within 3 seconds. 3 seconds might be a bit much. What's wrong? You don't usually contact me. I mean, we haven't been in touch since my wedding, right? That's true. I don't think I want to contact you unless it's something serious. Huh? What's with that reply? Your super cute stepsister's taking time to call you, so be more happy. Unlike my introverted stepsister, I'm everyone's idol as a woman and as a human being. Really, because Dad remarried, I have to become the little sister of an introvert like you. That's more like my luck's running out, I guess. You know what? What's the point? Didn't you say it was an emergency? Oh yeah, I have a question for you. Where am I right now? Is it an emergency? I don't know where you are. What's that? You should be more interested in me. Yeah, but I'm not. You're such a boring girl. Then you don't have to contact me, do you? Why are you talking like that? You're pissing me off. I'm taking up my precious time to contact you. Have some respect for your sister. It's not normal for someone to contact you out of the blue and ask you where they are. That doesn't matter. Where do you think I am? I told you I don't know. Think about it for a minute. Okay, then Los Angeles? What? There's no way I'd be in Los Angeles in this hot weather. Think about it for a minute. You really aren't very smart, are you? You're the one who asked me. Do you have a problem? Just tell me where you are. It really is a shame you can't understand something as simple as this. Okay, I'll tell you. I'm on a trip to New York. Traveling? Yes, my second honeymoon with my handsome and loving husband. Second time? That's great. Then you'd better enjoy your trip instead of talking with me. I know that. Who'd want to be talking to an introvert like you? Then why did you bother to contact me? I really don't get it. I just thought I'd share a little of my happiness with my introverted stepsister. Even if you are an introvert, you'd feel a little sad if your husband treated you coldly. What do you mean your husband is treating you coldly? Just don't go saying weird things off the cuff. Don't get mad at me just because I'm right on the money. It's a miracle that an introvert like you got married to a famous employee of Acme Corporation. And he's a department manager with a promising future. It really doesn't make any sense. I don't know what kind of magic you used to get him. Isn't it about time your husband's magic melted and he left you? Stop screwing around. That's none of your concern. And anyway, is that the reason you contacted me? I'm busy. Wait. I want to show you something now. Ta-da! What? You saw the picture, right? Then tell me who I'm in the picture with. But he said he was in New York on business. Don't be shocked. Just say it. I don't want to. Then I'll tell you myself. Don't do it. The correct answer is K. Your precious, precious husband K. Why is this happening? Does this mean that Kay and I are cuddling? Is that what it means? Why, Selena? Aren't you married? Aren't you on a trip right now? And why are you with my husband? And even more so, why do you look so happy together? Why do you think? I'm asking because I don't know. It's simple. It's just that my husband and Kay knew each other. My husband is an elite employee of Nexa Corporation. It's amazing that he knows the boss of Acme Corporation, isn't it? Why are you cuddling with him? Because the husbands know each other? Because we ran into each other. What? I was walking outside with my husband during the day, and a nice guy was walking alone right in front of us. Then, my husband said, "Kay." I asked him who he was. He told me he was from a company my husband does business with. But it doesn't mean that you can cuddle together. That's different. I was planning to go to aesthetic salon today, and I invited him. He was up for it. And one thing led to another, and we just did it. What the hell? Well, it's like we were meant to meet, right? Fateful encounters really do happen, don't they? I thought it was just a story in a drama. Shelley, you seduced my husband. The company Kay works for, Acme Corporation, is a very famous company. It's amazing that he's a department head at such a big company like Acme Corporation at such a young age. 32, right? If he continues like this, it's not just a dream to be the president of Acme Corporation. If that's the case, I have to make him mine, right? My current husband is elite enough, but he's not as good as Kay. He's too good for you who is in the shadows, and I have to have him. Make him mine? Do you know what you're talking about? Kay is my husband, okay? I know that! That's why I'm leaving my current husband right away and marrying Kay. Huh? Kay feels that way too. He says he wants to leave you and be with me. It's important to act early with this kind of thing. That's a lie. There's no way my husband would say such a thing. You can ask him if it's a lie or not when he gets back. He says he'll finish his work here early and be back tomorrow. After all, you'll always be under me. You're my sister, but you're still inferior to me. Well, I guess you can't help it if you're an introverted, ugly stepsister. You'll never be able to live up to me. I bet you resent the fact that you became my sister after our parents remarried. Yoo-hoo! You sure text a lot. I wonder why. Oh, you know why. How are you feeling right now? I feel terrible. I haven't felt like doing anything for the past 2 days. I don't even have an appetite. Oh, that's terrible. You'd better eat something right away, right? Otherwise, you're going to get more and more gloomy. I mean, my husband hasn't come home. Didn't he say he was coming home yesterday? Oh, that's right. I said that, didn't I? Are you still waiting for him to come home? Poor you. You know where he is, don't you? What the hell is going on? I've been trying to reach him, but he hasn't picked up the phone. He hasn't even read my messages. That's true, because he's had his phone turned off since the day before yesterday. Both of us have. Why are you doing that? Why? Because we want to enjoy our time together, of course. That's why Kay told his company to extend his business trip for 1 more week. What happened to your husband? Wasn't he with you? We're divorced. Huh? I wanted to divorce him as soon as possible so I could be with Kay. So I divorced him as soon as I could. You just write your name on the divorce papers and submit them. I'm so glad it was so easy. I can't believe it. While on vacation? I feel sorry for your husband. So why don't you marry my ex-husband instead? I'm sure he'd be happy to take a bite out of you now that he's probably in full-on loneliness. Well, I guess he might not be able to stand the gap between me, the super cute one, and my ugly introverted stepsister. Stop it. I haven't said I'm divorcing yet. Are you still saying that? Kay's heart is already mine. But deep down, you've already made up your mind, right? I wonder about that. Don't be so stubborn. Even if we get divorced, you know it won't end there, right? You stole my husband. Your husband wouldn't just cry himself to sleep. Oh, you want me to give you money? Then there's no problem. I have Kay. He'll take care of all that hassle. After all, he's the general manager of Acme Corporation, and he's a career man. Money-wise, there's no problem at all. Kay will pay my ex-husband's compensation too. Oh yeah, Kay is really reliable. I'm sorry I stole your elite husband. He'll pay the alimony, so don't worry and get a divorce soon. You seem to be pretty confident, but I hope it lasts. What? What's that? Don't think I'm just going to back down like this. Huh? You're so cocky even though you're a loser. There's no way a loser like you can do anything. You're a loser who lost her husband to your sister. If you screw with me too much, there's gonna be trouble. Keep that in mind. Repeated provocative calls from Selena. I can't believe she is even a human being, having an affair with my husband and even divorcing her own husband on the same day. I would never forgive Selena for doing this to me. So the next day, I decided to take revenge on both of them. 1 week, it was short, but I had to do everything I could during that time. And after a week, the time finally came. I'm back from my love trip. I guess this is what you mean when you say dreamy. Kate was so great during the trip. I love the fact that I couldn't get enough of it. You're back at last. Thanks to meeting Kay, it was the best trip to New York ever. No one can stop us now. All that's left is for you to write your name on the divorce papers. I've already got them for you. Wow, you're so thoughtful. Then I'll be with Kay sooner than I planned. I wanted to make you happy at least one last time. I wanted it to be a surprise, so I prepared them in time for today. Since when did you become so thoughtful? The other day you told me not to screw with you. Or are you up to something? Yeah, no, but you wouldn't. Ugly, introverted, you couldn't do anything, could you? I can't do anything? Is that what you think? What? I want to take responsibility for what I say. That's why I made you happy in the end. And now, I'm going to make you suffer. Huh? There's no way you can do that. It's not a matter of can't or won't. I mean, I've already done it. What's that? You'll find out soon enough. You just got to the airport, right? Yeah, that's right. Then why don't you come outside? Outside? Everyone's waiting for you too. Everyone? Yes, 8 people in all, including me. Your ex-husband and his parents, our parents, and Kay's parents, one who is the president of the company. Oh! Kay's father is the president? Yes. Acme Corporation was built by his great-grandfather. Then his grandfather took over, then his father took over, and the company has grown over 3 generations. Because of that, Kay has risen very quickly in the company. Well, quickly sounds good, but in other words, Kay isn't a good worker. He just got promoted to the manager's position because his father is the president of the company. Kay never told me about that. He said he took the entrance exam and worked his way up from an ordinary employee to the general manager. But that means he's going to be the president, right? I was wondering what you were going to say with so much confidence. But you gave me some good news, didn't you? Kay is going to be the president? Are you still dreaming? What do you mean? I'm sure you can guess what's going to happen next. But I'll tell you. Kay is going to be sued for damages he caused to the company. Damages? Kay wasn't just on a business trip. It was a business trip to do business with Nexa Corporation as well. Nexa Corporation? Your ex-husband's company. Acme Corporation and Nexa Corporation have a long-standing business relationship. He was on a business trip for a meeting about a new project. They were just about to wrap things up when Kay suddenly couldn't make it to the meeting and the project was scrapped. Is that? He didn't show up, so he could go have fun with you. Kay was in charge of this project, so of course, he has to take responsibility for it. And of course, you're the one who caused it. Do you know why Kay started as an ordinary employee when he is the president's son? According to his father's policy, he was in the process of assessing whether he was the right person for the president while working as a regular employee. I'm sure Kay knows that and has been working diligently until now. Can you say that an employee who is being sued for damages is the right person to be president? Oh no! If things had gone well, he could have been president, but you have ruined everything. Wait a minute! I don't want this to happen just when I'm about to get married to Kay. Then why don't you break up? You're not married yet. That's impossible. I quit my job when I married my ex-husband. I'm sorry to hear that, but it's none of my business. So I don't care what happens to you. Shelley! It's all your fault, isn't it? You're so naive to think you can get forgiveness for messing around with someone's husband. You're an adult. You have to take responsibility. What am I supposed to do if you want me to take responsibility? Pay money? That's right. You'll both have to work your asses off to pay the compensation. How much are the damages? I don't know, but I think it's about $400,000. 400,000? But that's not all. What? You know what, don't you? There's no way this ends with just compensation to the company. You'll have to pay me compensation. Compensation? I have to pay it? Of course you do. You touched my husband and ruined our marriage. Do you think you can just say, "Yes, I'm sorry, please forgive me"? Come on, Shelley! Your stepsister relationship with me is over. Our parents don't even consider you their daughter anymore. They don't want a girl that steals her sister's husband. Can you please let me off the hook this time? I not only have to pay compensation, but on top of that, I have to pay $400,000, right? Please? Okay. Thank you, sis! Is what you would like me to say, isn't it? Huh? Like the words you said to me until now, I won't forgive you so easily for what you did to me. So to you I say, I will never forgive you. Huh? Why? Well then, if you'll excuse me, everyone else is at the boarding gate waiting for you two to arrive, so get going. Also, tell Kay that I've given the divorce papers with my name on it to his father. I hope Kay is still alive after he gives them to him. Wait a minute! I have nothing more to say to you, so I'm blocking you. Well then, goodbye. Wait! Shelley! Please help me! I'm sorry for everything I've done! Please help me! It was only a week before they were to return, and in that short time, I did what I could, and the results were rewarding. They came to the boarding gate scared after their exchange with me, and in front of them were their family members who were furiously waiting for them. The moment they were in front of everyone, they got down on their knees and kept apologizing to everyone. Kay also received a hard slap from his father. Kay's father is a strong, macho type of guy. He could not help but give him one hard slap, even though he had to hold back his fist because the company's credibility had been shattered. And his mother was disinfecting his father's hands. After that, I heard from an acquaintance that Selena and Kay eventually got married a few months later. But they had to pay $20,000 in compensation to me and $15,000 to her ex-husband. In addition, they had to pay $400,000 in compensation to the company, and within 3 months, they were divorced. As a result of the divorce, Kay was to pay all the compensation to the company, and Selena was to pay all the compensation to the spouses. Selena asked her parents for help, but they refused, saying they had no daughter. Now they are both working day and night to pay off the debt. I, on the other hand, am free from my stepsister, whom I hate, and am now living a happy and carefree life on my own.
Hey. Why are you in this fancy restaurant? At first, I thought a bottom feeder like you couldn't possibly be here. So I had to look twice.
What? Did you go to all that trouble to text me that?
I went through the trouble of unblocking you. You should thank me for that instead.
I didn't ask you to do that. What's your problem? We divorced 6 years ago. I don't need you, my ex-husband, to tell me what to do now.
What the hell? You were at my beck and call when we were married. Aren't you acting cocky now that you're divorced and no longer with me?
Who's the arrogant one here? When we were married, you made fun of me, disrespected me, and you treated me like a slave.
You were actually a slave, weren't you? You were able to live because of the money I earned while working. It's only natural for you to be thankful to me.
Stop it. When I talk to you, you make me feel terrible.
That's exactly what I want to say to you. I was in this restaurant first, remember? Don't act arrogantly. You are the poor person who came in after me. Are your companions poor as well? You all came here to keep up with the Joneses, right?
The people I'm with are all from work. We're all here to eat because we finished our tasks for the day. It's none of your business.
Oh, work, huh? I wonder if there are places that will hire a bitch like you.
Don't make fun of me. Before I got married to you, I was a regular employee at a company. I would have continued working if you hadn't forced me to be a housewife. I like what I do.
In other words, you and I are both glad we got divorced. But hey, it's the type of company that hires anyone, right? I bet the pay isn't that great either. Don't bring all your trashy friends to this fancy restaurant. Remember how this place is known for its high-end Italian cuisine?
Would you shut up? Besides me, everyone else here is amazing. Much more than you can imagine.
Don't make me laugh. I can tell they're incompetent just by looking at them. You should feel sorry for comparing them to an elitist like me.
Enough. True, I was the one who arrived at the restaurant after you, and I apologize for that. But we're strangers now, so don't mess with me. See ya.
Where did you go? Did you go to the bathroom or something?
I'm just changing my makeup in the bathroom. What do you want?
I just looked up and you were gone. I assumed you couldn't pay the bill and fled after you ate.
Excuse me? There's no way I would do something like that. Unlike you, I have common sense, so don't worry.
Don't talk as if I don't have common sense. Do you have any money? It's pretty expensive here.
Don't worry. I don't come to restaurants I can't afford.
You seem to have a lot of leeways, don't you? But I'm guessing you can't all pay the bill. That's why you've all been sitting here for so long.
Can you please stop making assumptions? We're all just discussing our future work plans. We didn't come here just to eat like you. We're all hard-working people.
You've been making fun of me for a long time, haven't you? Don't talk as if I'm not a hard worker. I was going to pay for your meal. But forget it.
No thanks. I would have refused even if you had offered to pay me.
You really are acting like a bitch. Well, I guess you're right. You've always been good at helping yourself to others' wallets. There are a lot of guys in your group.
What are you trying to say?
I mean, I'm just thinking you'll flirt with the guys and then ask them to pay for you.
Excuse me? Why are you saying that? When did I do that?
You seem to be good at it. You fooled me like that too.
Fooled you? When did I fool you? You're the one who pretended to be nice to me and then changed your tune after we married.
I don't know what you're talking about. When we first met, you pretended to be a vulnerable woman, didn't you? I thought I had to protect you. I guess I got the raw deal.
You're the worst. I believe you have a memory problem. In our marriage, you did whatever you wanted. And now you're blaming me for it? You are pathetic.
I'm just telling you the truth. Just having a poor person like you in the same room with me makes me uneasy. But now it's even worse because you're becoming arrogant enough to talk back to me.
So why don't you just stop contacting me? I'm already divorced from you. I'm a stranger, and I don't need you to tell me what to do. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Goodbye.
Hey, Olivia! You blocked my WhatsApp, didn't you?
What? How come? Why are you still sending me messages after I blocked you and deleted your phone number?
I went to the trouble of changing my phone number. You should be grateful for my efforts.
Be grateful? It's rather annoying. What the hell are you doing? Didn't I tell you to stay out of my life?
No, I was pretty drunk at the time, but the next day when I woke up and thought about it calmly, I recalled how beautiful you've grown.
Huh? Don't say weird things out of nowhere. What are you up to?
Come on, that's mean. I'm not up to anything. I just wanted to speak with you while I was sober.
What's the matter with you? You were making fun of me the other day.
My bad. But I'm really surprised, you know. You looked so much better than you did when we divorced. Maybe you lost some weight.
When you and I were married, every day was stressful. All I could do was blame it on food. I had to calm myself down by eating every day. I think I was much fatter than I am now.
People change, don't they? Anyway, you're beautiful now. I believe you are worthy of being taken on a date by me. So, I'll take you out to dinner.
If I go out with you, I'm afraid the meal will be terrible.
Huh? Hey, you, what do you mean by that?
I mean it literally. You enjoy having dinner with people you like. It enhances the flavor of good food. If you eat a delicious meal with someone you don't like, the delicious meal will be tasteless. It would be a waste, wouldn't it?
Do you even know what you're talking about? You're not going to get away with mocking me.
When we were a couple, I used to be scared of your threats. But I'm no longer the type of woman who is scared of such things. Trying to persuade me is pointless.
Damn, what a jerk you are. I offered to buy you a nice meal, and I even told you that you looked better than before.
I didn't ask for it. On the other hand, you've grown sloppy, haven't you? I'm sure you eat a lot of prepared foods, don't you? I see you drinking as much as you want and living a sloppy lifestyle.
What the hell? That's all because you left. It's because you divorced and abandoned your husband's care. That's why I'm in this mess.
You haven't changed your attitude toward blaming others. Well, I don't really care because we're strangers now. If you continue to be like this, you will lose more and more people around you.
Shut up. It's none of your business. I forgave you and invited you out for dinner. I swear you'll regret turning me down.
On the contrary, I'll always make the same choice, no matter how many times you ask. It's a waste of my time to get involved with someone like you.
You bitch. You keep saying cocky things. I'm going to crush you, I swear.
You're free to do what you want. I'm not a weak woman who will be crushed by you. See you.
Hey, Olivia. Why aren't you at your parents' house? I went to pick you up.
What? What do you mean you came to pick me up?
I went to your parents' house to pick you up, but you were not there. Your dad splattered water on me. It was a real mess.
Don't be ridiculous. Why did you go to my parents' house? Dad and Mom have nothing to do with this. Don't bother them.
What are you talking about? Don't act as if my presence is a bother.
Actually, it is. When my dad found out I was being harassed by you, he got very angry and my mom was crying. They didn't want to meet you. I'm sure they didn't even want to see your face. Why would you do such an insane thing?
I went there just to pick you up. I was just trying to be nice to you.
I said it's annoying. Don't go to my parents' house because I no longer live there.
So that means you live alone, huh? In that case, you can come home.
What? What are you talking about?
You've been living alone since we got divorced, right? I'll move in with you because you're probably lonely.
I've already remarried.
What? Remarried? You?
Yes, me. I have a partner, so I'm not alone, and I have enough company. So no thanks. Well, even if I didn't have a partner, I wouldn't rely on you.
What the hell? To begin with, aren't you lying that you got remarried? I can't believe that a dullard like you would remarry. I'm the only one who would take a no-good woman like you.
That's enough. I understand that you still think I'm a fool, but I haven't sunk to the level of being disrespected by you. Why don't you look in the mirror before you speak negatively about others?
What are you talking about? I'm perfect. Sure, I've put on some weight recently, but I have a handsome face and a good job. If you were to have a husband, he would be someone like me.
On the other hand, you have terrible personalities, so it balances out. Or it could have the opposite effect on you. I'm not sure.
Go to hell. I'll never forgive you for making fun of me. Don't you forget, I'll get my revenge. It's been a long time, Olivia. You did remarry, didn't you?
Do you finally believe me?
I didn't believe it at first either. I've been looking into you for the past week. Then I saw you walking with someone who looked like your husband.
You were spying on me? Don't say weird things.
But I didn't have a choice. If you hadn't remarried, I would have taken you.
No thanks. I told you, even if I don't have a partner, I don't want you.
Don't be shy. You married that guy because you had no choice, right? Perhaps you were concerned about public opinion, but he is no good. He appears unprofessional and has a slouchy face.
Can you please stop saying bad things about my husband? At least he is far more capable than you.
Oh, come on. You just want to put up a front like that, don't you? You won't be able to control your emotions if you don't. If you don't think you married someone better than me, I'm sure you'll regret divorcing me.
What are you trying to say? I'm not trying to put up a front. He's a really great guy.
Yeah, whatever. I already know he's not a good guy. Look, Olivia, break up with that jerk and remarry me.
No thanks.
You know what happens if you don't obey me, right? If you refuse to marry me, your husband will be in trouble. I can go to your husband's workplace and speak with him.
If you say so, why don't you do it?
What? What's with that attitude? You don't think I can do it?
Well, it's not like that. I'm just saying if you can do it, go for it.
Are you sure? I'm really going to do it. I don't care if you regret it later.
You're the one who'll regret it later.
Huh? Why? I'll blackmail your husband into divorcing you. In the end, I'll get you back and the whole thing will be over, right?
Well, if you do that, I think it would end your position at the company.
What do you mean?
You were investigating me, but didn't you look into him? He's the next president of the parent company of your company.
Huh? My company's parent company, and he's the next president?
I used to work for the same company as you, remember? I didn't want to work for the same company as you again after my divorce. So I took a chance and went to the parent company for an interview. And I got in.
Oh, for real?
For real. And while I was working, I met a guy who is now my husband. 2 years ago, I got remarried. Now I have a baby in my belly, and I'm the happiest I've ever been. So, will you stop bothering me?
Oh, well, I didn't know that. And, I just wanted to start over with you. That's all.
Really? You're going to declare war on my husband? Well, if you want to do that, be my guest. You're the one who's going to get crushed, though. As soon as I texted this, Isaac stopped replying to me completely. I spoke with a coworker who works for the same company as Isaac, and she informed me that Isaac has recently been working harder and more seriously. On the other hand, I had a baby 6 months later. I am having the most wonderful time of my life.